I have been checking out and I have seen that there are many people who are asking, what did the president sign into law today? And what does the Sovereign Wealth Fund have to do with the present or the future? Let me say the following. This morning, I signed into law a very consequential piece of legislation, one that the Constitution envisages as an instrument that will create intergenerational equity. Today, by signing this bill into law, we have created the connection between what we do at present and how future generations will be beneficiaries or part of it. And this is not an isolated piece of legislation. It is a chapter in the transformation of our nation. In March this year, I signed another very consequential piece of legislation, the National Infrastructure Fund, that will undertake the most consequential, critical infrastructure that is necessary for our transformation. Assets in transport, in logistics, in energy, in irrigation, and many other critical infrastructure projects that are necessary for the transformation of our country. Today's signing of the Sovereign Wealth Fund dovetails into the connection between the assets that we build today, the resources that we exploit today, whether they are mineral resources, natural resources, petroleum resources, and the future. That while we will get opportunities and expand opportunities for jobs, industrialization, wealth creation today, that wealth, the Constitution instructs us to make sure that it is shared with our children, with the future generations, so that we're not just custodians of what we have, but we also are mindful of the generations that come after us. It is not just what was handed over to us or what we inherited. It is also what we will bequeath to generations that come after us. The Sovereign Wealth Fund creates the nexus, the bridge, and the mechanism for us to share the present with future generations. And it is that important because we have a case in history in Kenya when we exploited titanium in Kwale, completed the exploitation, benefited from the titanium resources in our country. Today we have empty mines, but also we have no trace of that resource. And our children, if they asked us in future what happened to titanium, we wouldn't be able to answer. Because everything that we got from titanium was spent on recurrent expenditure, paying salaries, paying debts, and there is no trace. By signing the Sovereign Wealth Fund today, we create Urithi Fund, or the Future Generations Fund, that will make it possible for us to invest 30% of all the resources we get from mining, from petroleum, and other assets for future generations. Ring-fenced, cannot be accessible, but only for future generations. That is the essence of the Sovereign Wealth Fund that I signed into law today. We have tried to do this as a country for long. I am very proud that our parliament, in a bipartisan way, both sides of parliament teamed up to agree on the tenets, on the clauses, and on the provisions of the Sovereign Wealth Fund. Today, we walk into the club of countries like Norway, Singapore, and others that have done this for themselves, for the present, and for the future.